One of the things that we're hoping to be able to accomplish over the next 2 years is really expand the membership base that Btia has. Again, for strategic purposes, to be able to have our membership come again beyond the point of looking at whether you're in San Pedro, Corozal, Kikaka, Plasencia, coming together with a more stronger voice at the end of the day and having greater numbers in terms of the lobbying cause and the lobbying effort for BTIA. Beyond that, you're looking at some of the very just specific internal dynamics of being able to have, again, a greater base to be able to rely on for some of the things that the organization operationally needs to do. So those are some of the things that are on the table for us in terms of expanding the membership and taking the membership larger in terms of numbers.
Okay.
There are certain things that we need to do to pursue in terms of issues that are on the table currently. The minister was invited for national security to talk to us today about crime and the issues related to crime, and again what the government is doing. I think as an industry, as an association, we need to continue working towards, again, joint efforts at figuring out and seeing how we can come up with tangible solutions to addressing this issue. Okay. And a clear example of that for us, again, from a point of view of looking at the Plasencia chapter, they have, for example, recently signed an MOU in terms of being able to secure and find some of the resources from the private sector entity, or the private sector really, and bring that to bear on supporting the efforts of the government nationally in trying to address some of the issues that are affecting that particular area, that peninsula. So we certainly look forward to being able to have additional chapters do this, BTA and national do this, again, to attract resources where, for example, the government may not be able to do that, and have those resources channeled in the right direction in terms of being able to ultimately impact what is affecting all of us. And crime is a particular specific issue that's now invading and permeating through society and creating a lot of problems.
Okay. Now, if we would take Belize though and compare it on in just a regional scale, when you talk about countries like Costa Rica, even in Central America, you have countries that are considered number one. We might have the number one hotel in Belize, but as a country, and maybe because one of the factors is the crime issue, but we also have other issues which are now just being worked on, infrastructure and that kind of thing. So if you would compare Belize to just the region, is there anything in your vision for the next 2 years that would propel us then and put us a little bit higher on the list in terms of attracting more and maybe even a wider scope of tourists from across the world?
That's an excellent question, Marion. I think at the end of the day we need to realize that Belize as a country has a very unique product in terms of all the attractions that are here in Belize and that can be found here. That's again our number one selling point. We need to capitalize on the opportunities that, again, members, non-members alike, the industry on a whole has in terms of taking what, for example, are their products and being able to sell that and offer that to the international public, the regional public, and making us stand out and be different. Mm-hmm. That again is one of our key selling points. I think the authenticity of what we offer here is going to be critical in terms of being able to let that stand out and let that take center stage. Okay. in being used as part of the marketing efforts and the tools that we have at our disposal to get people aware of what we're trying to promote, what we're selling, and what you can do when you come here. Over time, we certainly hope that Belize becomes perhaps the recognized number one destination.